Have you ever gazed up at the night sky and felt a profound sense of wonder and mystery? The vastness of the cosmos, sprinkled with countless stars, has captivated humanity since the dawn of time. But what if, hidden among those twinkling lights, lies a truth more profound, more unsettling than we ever imagined? For millennia, stories of strange lights in the sky, of beings descending from the heavens, have been woven into the tapestry of human history. These tales, often dismissed as mere mythology, take on a chilling new significance when we examine them through the lens of ancient scriptures. The Bible, a book revered by billions, speaks of a time when the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Could these sons of God, these beings of immense power who descended from the heavens, be the very entities we today call extraterrestrials? And what if their intentions are not as benevolent as some would have us believe? What if, lurking beneath the veneer of advanced technology and promises of enlightenment, lies a sinister agenda, a cosmic deception that has been unfolding for centuries? Prepare to have your perceptions challenged, your beliefs shaken, as we delve into the forbidden realms of ancient texts and modern-day encounters. For what we are about to uncover is nothing short of a cosmic conspiracy, a battle for the very soul of humanity. Across the globe, countless individuals claim to have been abducted by beings from other worlds. These chilling accounts, often met with skepticism and disbelief, bear striking similarities to ancient tales of encounters with the divine. In the book of Ezekiel, the prophet describes being lifted up by a whirlwind and transported to a distant land. Could this be an early account of alien abduction? Modern abductees often report strange medical procedures, implantation of foreign objects, and even genetic manipulation. These disturbing details echo the biblical account of the Nephilim, the offspring of the sons of God and human women. Were these ancient hybrids the result of extraterrestrial experimentation, a manipulation of the human genome for unknown purposes? The Bible warns us of lying signs and wonders, of deceivers who would seek to lead astray even the elect. Could it be that these so-called alien abductions are not scientific curiosities, but rather manifestations of a darker, more sinister force? A force that has been manipulating humanity for millennia, playing us like pawns in a cosmic game of deception. They paint a disturbing picture of a hidden reality, one in which humanity is not the master of its own destiny, but rather a plaything for powerful otherworldly forces. We must ask ourselves, are we truly alone in the universe, or are we, as the ancients believed, being visited by beings from beyond the stars? And if so, what are their true intentions? For decades, ranchers across the American West have reported a bizarre and unsettling phenomenon, the systematic mutilation of their livestock. Cows, sheep and horses found drained of blood, their organs surgically removed with laser-like precision. These gruesome discoveries, often accompanied by strange lights in the sky, have baffled investigators and fueled countless theories. While some dismiss these mutilations as the work of predators or cults, the sheer precision and bizarre nature of the incisions point to something far more sinister. The Bible speaks of a time when the Lord will smite with a consumption and with a fever and with an inflammation and with an extreme burning. Could these cattle mutilations be a sign of this coming judgment, a harbinger of the end times? Many researchers believe that these mutilations are the work of demonic entities seeking to spread fear and chaos in our world. The Bible warns us of powers and principalities, of spiritual wickedness in high places. Are these demonic forces working in conjunction with the extraterrestrial deceivers, carrying out their bidding on Earth? The blood rituals and sacrifices described in ancient texts, often involving the mutilation of animals, bear an eerie resemblance to modern cattle mutilations. Is it possible that these practices are not merely barbaric relics of the past, but rather evidence of an unbroken chain of demonic activity stretching back through the millennia? We must be vigilant, for the enemy is cunning and deceptive. He will use any means necessary to deceive and destroy us, even masquerading as beings from other worlds. We must not be fooled by his lies. Our only hope is to turn to the one true God, the God of the Bible, for protection and guidance. The very building blocks of life, the DNA that makes us who we are, are now being manipulated in laboratories around the world. Scientists speak of gene editing, of designer babies, of unlocking the secrets of immortality. But at what cost? Are we tampering with forces we do not fully understand, opening a Pandora's box of unintended consequences? The Bible tells us that God created humankind in his own image. But what if this image was corrupted, manipulated by the fallen angels who sought to usurp God's creation? The Nephilim, the offspring of these unholy unions, were said to possess extraordinary strength and intelligence. Could they have been the product of genetic engineering, a twisted experiment that angered God and led to the Great Flood? Today we see echoes of this ancient manipulation in the rise of transhumanism, the belief that we can transcend our humanity through technology. But this quest for immortality, for godlike power, is a dangerous delusion. It is the same lie that the serpent whispered to Eve in the Garden of Eden, "You will be like God." The Bible warns us against sorcery, a word that in the original Greek refers to the use of drugs and potions to alter one's state of being. Could this ancient warning apply to the genetic manipulation we see today? Are we playing God with our DNA, risking unforeseen and potentially catastrophic consequences? We must proceed with caution, for the line between scientific progress and spiritual deception is thin indeed. The enemy is cunning and will use our thirst for knowledge, our desire to improve ourselves, to lead astray. We must remember that true wisdom comes not from manipulating the building blocks of life, but from seeking the face of our Creator. Genesis 6 verses 1 to 4 paints a stark and unsettling picture of a time when the sons of God saw the daughters of men that they were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose. Who were these sons of God who descended from the heavens to mate with human women? The Bible provides a chilling answer. They were fallen angels, celestial beings who rebelled against God and were cast down to earth. These fallen angels, driven by lust and a desire to corrupt God's creation, took human wives and fathered a race of giants known as the Nephilim. These hybrid beings, possessing superhuman strength and a proclivity for violence, spread terror and corruption throughout the land. Their very existence was an affront to God, a defilement of his creation. The Book of Enoch, considered apocryphal by some but nonetheless revealing, provides further details about the fall of the angels. It describes how these celestial beings, led by the angel Shemhazzar, descended upon Mount Hermon and swore an oath to corrupt humankind. They taught humans forbidden knowledge, including the arts of war, metallurgy and cosmetics, leading them astray from the path of righteousness. The consequences of their actions were disastrous. The earth was filled with violence and wickedness. The hearts of humankind turned away from God. The Nephilim, a constant reminder of the transgression of the fallen angels, roamed the land, spreading terror and destruction. God, grieved by the wickedness of humanity, decided to cleanse the earth with a great flood, wiping the slate clean and giving humanity a fresh start. The story of the Nephilim is a sobering reminder of the power of sin and the consequences of disobedience. It is a cautionary tale about the dangers of tampering with forces beyond our understanding and the importance of remaining true to our Creator. The prophet Ezekiel, known for his vivid visions and cryptic pronouncements, provides us with one of the most compelling descriptions of what appears to be a UFO encounter in the Bible. In Ezekiel 1 verse 4, he describes seeing a whirlwind coming out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it, and out of the midst thereof as the colour of amber, out of the midst of the fire. This whirlwind, accompanied by fire and a strange amber-coloured glow, is described as having 4 living creatures, each with 4 faces and 4 wings. These creatures moved with incredible speed and agility, their movements accompanied by a noise of a great rushing. Above them was a firmament, like the colour of terrible crystal, and above that a throne upon which sat a being with the appearance of a man. Ezekiel's vision is rich in symbolism, but certain details are strikingly similar to modern UFO sightings. The whirlwind of fire, the strange lights, the rapid movements, and the metallic-sounding noises all point to an encounter with something not of this world. Some scholars have attempted to explain away Ezekiel's vision as a purely spiritual experience, a symbolic representation of God's power and glory. But the sheer detail and technological precision of Ezekiel's description suggests something more tangible, something that defied the understanding of the ancient world. Could it be that Ezekiel was granted a glimpse into the future? Was his encounter a warning of the coming deception, a reminder that not everything that glitters is gold? Ezekiel's vision, like so many other biblical accounts, raises more questions than it answers. The book of Zechariah, often overlooked in discussions of UFOs in the Bible, contains a passage that may shed light on the motivations behind the alien deception. In Zechariah 5, verses 1 to 11, the prophet describes a vision of a flying scroll, measuring 10 cubits long and 5 cubits wide. This scroll, inscribed with curses on both sides, is flown by an angel to the land of Shinar, ancient Babylon, where it is deposited in the house of a wicked woman. The curses on the scroll, we are told, represent the judgment of God upon those who engage in wickedness and deception. Shinar, the land where the scroll is deposited, holds particular significance in biblical history. It was in Shinar that Nimrod, a mighty hunter and rebel against God, established the city of Babel, known for its towering ziggurat, a symbol of human pride and arrogance. The ziggurat of Babel, according to biblical accounts, was built in an attempt to reach the heavens to challenge the authority of God. This act of rebellion angered God, who confused the languages of the people and scattered them across the earth. The curse of Shinar, therefore, represents the judgment of God upon those who seek to usurp his authority and deceive his people. Could it be that the UFO phenomenon is a modern-day manifestation of this ancient curse? Are these extraterrestrials like Nimrod before them, attempting to lead humanity astray from God, promising enlightenment and progress, while secretly seeking to enslave us? The parallels between the ancient city of Babel and the modern world are striking. We too are obsessed with technology, with reaching for the stars, with unlocking the secrets of the universe. We must remember that true wisdom comes not from defying God, but from seeking his guidance. The Book of Acts, a historical account of the early Christian church, provides a glimpse into the spiritual forces at work behind the scenes of human history. In Acts 7:42, Stephen, a deacon in the early church, delivers a powerful sermon in which he rebukes the Jewish leaders for their rejection of Jesus. In his speech, he refers to the idolatry of the Israelites in the wilderness, saying that they worshipped the host of heaven. The phrase host of heaven refers to the stars and planets, which were often worshipped as deities in ancient cultures. But it can also refer to the angelic beings who inhabit the heavenly realms. In the Bible, angels are often depicted as messengers of God, carrying out his will and protecting his people. However, there are also fallen angels, angels who rebelled against God and were cast down to earth. These fallen angels, led by Satan, are constantly seeking to deceive and destroy humanity. They are the powers and principalities, the rulers of the darkness of this world, the spiritual wickedness in high places spoken of in the Bible. They are the forces behind the alien deception, masquerading as benevolent extraterrestrials in order to lead humanity astray. Stephen's reference to the host of heaven suggests that the Israelites, in their idolatry, were not merely worshipping celestial bodies, but were in fact worshipping fallen angels. This worship of demonic entities opened the door for spiritual deception and ultimately led to their downfall. The lesson for us today is clear. We must be careful not to be deceived by appearances. Not all that glitters is gold, and not all who come in the name of peace and progress are to be trusted. We must be discerning, testing the spirits to see if they are of God. In his letter to the Ephesians, the Apostle Paul provides a stark warning about the spiritual battle raging around us. He writes, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." Ephesians 6:12. This passage reminds us that the world is not as it seems. Beyond the realm of our physical senses, there exists a spiritual dimension, a battleground where cosmic forces clash for dominion over the souls of humankind. The UFO phenomenon, with its strange lights, bizarre encounters, and unsettling messages, is but one manifestation of this ongoing spiritual warfare. The rulers of the darkness of this world are the fallen angels, those celestial beings who rebelled against God and were cast down to earth. These powerful entities, driven by hatred for God and humanity, seek to deceive and destroy us, using any means necessary to achieve their goals. The UFO phenomenon, with its emphasis on advanced technology, extraterrestrial origins, and promises of enlightenment, is a powerful tool in their arsenal. It plays on our natural curiosity, our fascination with the unknown, to lure us away from the truth and into a web of deception. We must be vigilant, for the enemy is cunning and deceptive. He will use our own desires against us, appealing to our pride, our thirst for knowledge, our longing for something more than this earthly existence. We must not be fooled by his lies. Our only defense against these spiritual forces is the armor of God, described in Ephesians June 13:18. This armor, consisting of truth, righteousness, peace, faith, salvation, and the Word of God, equips us to stand firm against the wiles of the devil and emerge victorious from the spiritual battles that rage around us. The Bible identifies Satan as the prince of the power of the air, Ephesians 2:2, a title that takes on chilling new significance when we consider the UFO phenomenon. Could it be that these strange craft, darting through our skies with apparent impunity, are manifestations of Satan's power, tools in his arsenal of deception? Satan is a master of disguise, a cunning deceiver who can appear as an angel of light to achieve his sinister purposes. He knows our weaknesses, our doubts, our longings, and he uses them against us, whispering lies and tempting us with false promises. The UFO phenomenon, with its emphasis on extraterrestrial life, advanced technology, and the possibility of contact with otherworldly beings, plays directly into our deepest fears and desires. It offers the allure of the unknown, the promise of answers to life's greatest mysteries, while subtly undermining our faith in God and his word. Many UFO encounters involve messages of peace, love, and unity, often accompanied by warnings about environmental destruction or the dangers of nuclear war. While these messages may seem benevolent on the surface, they often contain subtle deceptions, half-truths designed to lull us into a false sense of security and acceptance. We must remember that Satan is the father of lies, and his ultimate goal is to steal, kill, and destroy. He will use any means necessary to achieve his objectives, even masquerading as beings of light to deceive the elect. Our only protection against his deceptions is to know the truth. We must be grounded in the Word of God, armed with the knowledge and discernment to recognize his lies and resist his temptations. The book of Jude, a short but powerful letter written by the brother of Jesus, provides a glimpse into the ultimate fate of the fallen angels, those rebellious beings who have plagued humanity since the dawn of time. Jude verse 6 states, "And the angels which kept not their first estate, but left their own habitation, he hath reserved in everlasting chains under darkness unto the judgment of the great day." This passage reminds us that the rebellion of the fallen angels is not a victimless crime. Their actions have had dire consequences for humanity, bringing sin, suffering, and death into the world. But their rebellion will not go unpunished. God, in his infinite justice and mercy, has reserved a day of judgment for both angels and humans.